What's happening, guys, and welcome back to this, well, Scotland, and, well, slightly different look Scotland. We've done very, very well indeed, and last week I left you in a bit of a cliffhanger, so I think it's probably time to jump off that cliff, or whatever you do after you've reached a cliffhanger. So, we've got ourselves a military access into Spain. We have a slightly, well, I'll say a very large group of forces over here that we will just wander past to Madrid, and at the same time as attacking Madrid, we're going to take on Rome as well, who have a full army. Well, let's say full army. They've got over half an actual army, and then the rest's made up of town guard, which are basically cannon fodder for the most part. So it shouldn't be too difficult. It should be. I think it's probably going to be more difficult to take Rome than it is to take Madrid, but we should be able to get in there pretty easily. We've got a full army here and a bit more just in case. So I think what we'll do is we'll move our forces into Spain. I'm thinking taking all of them. I think yeah, we're sitting pretty well in our well, I don't know, maybe if we take all of our forces out they might rebel. Hang on, we'll check. Okay, that's fine, it's all good. Still on 1 in 4. So we take our entire force towards Madrid, wander up here. Don't know why I'm wandering this way, they need to go over this bridge. But anyway, we shall wander all the way up to Madrid. Next turn, we will attack them. They've already been getting a bit ransacked by the Portuguese. Salamanca has been raided, is currently on fire. I noticed that Sevilla was on fire earlier, as was Cordoba. And I think this place was as well. So, oh, this here down here, yeah, Granada's on fire. So, they're not having the best of times, Spain. They've got their hands full with what Portugal are throwing at them, and then all of a sudden we're going to come out of left field and just absolutely annihilate, well, hopefully, Spain. So, yeah, that could be pretty special. We'll need to wait until next turn until we see what happens with that. As for Greece, we're still building up an army, and this bloody Greek army, Christ's sake, fucking far too many flags. They've got pretty much a full army. Once you add this lot, like this pretty sizable army, along with the troops here and a couple of other random little renegade troops that have kind of disbanded from the main army for some reason. Add all that together, and you basically got a full-sized army. And I'm pretty sure they're probably pretty decent soldiers as well. They're not just militia, which is what we've got, because it's basically all we can build here. So I think a few more turns and we might be able to take Athens, but I'm really hoping that this army clears off somewhere. I have no idea where they'll clear off. The real chances are they're probably just going to attack us anyway, but I'm kind of surprised they haven't already, to be honest. It's been about 5 or 6 turns and they've not even like decided to come venturing this direction, despite being at war with us, so I don't know what they're doing. But we'll find out in due course. As for Sweden, so much stuff going on over here. Our army is halfway towards Stockholm. It will take 2 turns to get there because Stockholm, or Sweden's roads are absolutely atrocious, so it takes forever to cross this country. But we'll get there within 2 turns. What's this place? Uppsala. Right, I think we'll take over Uppsala in the next turn. We'll just go and sit in there, just to annoy them, and we'll get a good view of what's going on in Stockholm, how many troops are there. Oslo is rebelling because I've taken all the troops out, which is not a good situation, so I can't even afford our general. Hopefully they don't rebel. It's probably quite likely, but I think we should have a couple of turns before they actually rebel. So, all in all, not too bad situation, so we'll end turn here and see where we are after the turn has ended. Oh, for goodness sake. No, just... Right, how about a counter-offer? How about you don't give us all of that stuff, and instead you give us Saxony. Just threaten you. That's basically the response I've been giving them for the last bloody, like, umpteen number of turns, that they keep requesting Ireland, and I keep saying no. I don't know, they're friendly towards us, so I don't know why they think that they're just going to keep, like, asking for Ireland and we're just going to give it to them. It's just such a stupid thing. Yeah, I think what we might do is if we have money and they come in for Ireland again, we'll just counter them with basically the exact same money offer they've given us, but for one of their places. So we'll request one of their places, offer some technology and some money for it, and see if they accept. Because well, I wouldn't be accepting it. Oh, for Christ's sake! Hopefully Spain haven't just realised what I'm doing and they're just playing it safe. But there's a couple of Swedish armies have just popped up next to our army, which is interesting. They might be heading for Oslo, which could be a bad situation. We have ourselves an agent, a scholar. Archibald Drake has appeared in southern Italy. 2 Swedish armies making their way towards us. Meanwhile, they've just upgraded the roads, which means we can make it all the way to Sweden. That's quite nice, thank you for that. Right, so we'll get into Uppsala and see what's going on. Right, so they have basically a full army in Sweden, in Stockholm. As for Spain, suddenly this has just become a lot more complicated because Spain have just stuck a whole army back in Madrid, which I was hoping they wouldn't do. What can my agent do? You can assassinate and sabotage. There's only a 26% chance that he's going to be able to assassinate that lad. We could take out one of their buildings, 45% chance. Oh, damn. He managed to escape. Right, I've got him back in. I don't know what to do. This has severely hampered my my thoughts, because it was just town guard, I could just walk straight in. But because they've now got an army in there, all of a sudden this has just become much more difficult. We could still win it, it's not a full army, it's still likely we would win, but it's not as easy as I thought it would be. Meanwhile, over here, we could still quite easily take on Rome. What I might do is I might take on Rome anyway, because they're currently allied with Spain, but we're quite friendly with Spain, and they've given us, like, military access and stuff. If Spain declare war on us at the same time, I'll attack Madrid. If they don't, I'll wait it out and see what happens with that army, if they'll leave or not. So we'll attack. I'm not going to call my my allies. Don't join them. Right, okay, so we've lost our trade agreement with Genoa because they... Right, okay, brilliant. They've all joined. They've literally all joined them. So we're now at war. We're now at war with Sardinia, Genoa, and Spain. This has just turned out amazingly. Absolutely amazingly. Right, okay. And it's a very, very close battle. So what we'll do is we'll continue sieging. And we shall get my army from here. And we can't even get all the way around. But that should hopefully prevent potential reinforcements coming from up that direction. And I think we'll just continue the siege for now. How long can they hold out for? 5 turns. It's quite a while. But we do have the bigger army quite substantially, so we shall continue sieging. It seems as we're now at war with Spain. Attack them! Again, another very close battle. Very, very close battle. It's annoying because we have an agent in there.
I cannot go there.
And it'd be quite nice if that agent was to open the gates or something for us. That would be very nice. Right, I'm going to fight this myself. And we'll see what happens. Could be a big mistake. But at the same time, it could be amazing. Who's our general? Ewan Knox. He's been around for a while, I think. I think Ewan Knox has been around for a while. And we're up against Bernardo de Leon. Hopefully, this pays off. Because if we lose all of our forces and Spain are now at war with us. Suddenly they're right on the border of Gibraltar, which is pretty much undefended at this moment in time because my entire army that was there is now in Madrid. Do have a bit of force in Morocco, but nothing massive. Spain as well do have quite a large fleet, but we'll see what happens. So again, this is a wonderful formation that we have. Everybody's just queued up. It's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Thanks for that. Right, so let's see what they've got. Right, okay, they've got a load of people in the middle. Got a load of cannons and stuff in the middle as well. It's going to be absolutely no use to them whatsoever. I think I need to get somebody up on the wall to capture a gate. And then I could send my horses in. But right now, I'm just sending them around the sides, which is spreading... Well, these guys don't know what to do. They're following them around the outside of the fort. So you guys are grenadiers. Can you grenade them? Yeah, there we go. Chuck some grenades up at them. Oh, that is... Oh my word. Absolutely ruined them. Right, turn and shoot those guys. In fact, grenadier them. Go on. Right, you've lobbed them way too far. Again. Right, just shoot them. Just shoot them. Oh, we're getting charged. We're getting charged. Oh dear. Right, attack. Are you attacking? Where are these Spanish guys? Oh, they're behind you. Well done. We're up on the walls though. We're climbing the walls. I might make these guys commit suicide. Go on, commit suicide, do it. This could be absolutely horrendous. Or, I don't think they're going to do it. I think they've realised they don't want to die. Trying to get them to throw grenades at the people literally about an inch away from them. Which would have been quite entertaining, but probably not too successful for them. What are you guys doing? Attack them. Throw some grenades at them, go and do it. Oh, this could be absolutely horrific. Go on. Oh my days. And that is how you wipe out an entire regiment. What I could quite do with right now is if you guys could stop fighting them and get yourself up on the wall, open the gate and allow our horses in. What's going on over here? We've still got loads of people. Oh my god, they're all piling out of the fort. Well, this is a bit of an absolute cluster, isn't it? I don't even know who's winning there. It looks like we're losing, but I have no idea. Right, if these guys could get up and get along there, we could open the gate and get our cavalry in. We could turn the battle in our favour. These guys are running away. Right, let's get up. Are we about to capture it? I think we're about to capture the gate. Yep, we've captured the gate. Right. Get in. That's their general right there, if we can kill him. Horses are charging in. The general's in there somewhere. And we've got a countdown now. We've actually 2 minutes. If we just stay in here for 2 minutes, we win. What is this lot doing? They're taking a cannon up onto the wall. Is that a cannon? Looks like a cannon. It's something. What is it? Artillery. A horse arc. Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, they're on the wall. Some Michael Bay shit right here. Fucking horse just riding along the wall. But we've killed their captain. Bernardo de Leon is dead. And so is our captain. Brilliant. The countdown has stopped because the Spanish have got themselves back in the centre circle. So we need to kill the Spanish and just get ourselves onto the centre circle. There we go, right. Counter has started again. Now they're sliding sideways. This is just not right. This is just not correct in any way. Right. If you could just shoot them, possibly you're standing right. Oh my god, this is just the epitome of idiocy right there. We've still got a load of force just standing there, and they're doing nothing about the fact that we've basically just captured the centre of the city as we're winning in now. The counter has reached 0. There we go. Right. Just end that. A heroic victory. I think we lost quite a lot of troops, but, well, we won, so that's all that really matters, to be honest. So we've now got Spain. This is not bad. This is not bad at all. But we've taken over Spain. Madness has occurred. We still do have a small Spanish army just sitting in Cordoba. But apart from that, you Nox has died. We need to repair this, but we have no money. That's Madrid taken. I think we'll continue sieging Rome until they attack us rather than us attacking them, because it's quite a close fight. We will take 5 turns until they just all-out surrender, but they'll probably try and attack us before that happens. I would much prefer them to attack us when we're outside and we've got the advantage of being in a town than us trying to attack them in a fort, which is probably not going to happen. But what could happen, and what will likely happen, and what will be quite bad for us if it does happen, is these 2 Swedish armies come and attack us while we're sitting here, and this army joins them. In which case we'll be probably outnumbered 2 to 1. Alright, so the Mughal Empire wants a trade agreement, and they're willing to give some technology. They also want improved fishery, which I think I shall accept. It's not too bad an offer. And I've had to open the window, so if you hear a random bus, or the sound of a bus going past in the background, well, that's probably what it is. So, yeah, because it's far too hot in here. Absolutely roasting my tits off. And this is exactly what I was fearing, although, for some reason, they've not actually got anyone reinforcing. Why is it saying that we're likely to lose this, despite us having 2,500 troops, and they only having 387, and apparently they're reinforcing, nobody's reinforcing them. Alright, I'm going to attack this myself. And I'm hoping that the game's not lying to me, and that we've actually come up against a, 2,500 man army, and it is just us versus that 300 man army, because I have a feeling the game was lying to me right there. Right, so here we are. We are, once again, positioned in the middle of a forest. Wonderful. Thanks for that, game. Although at least it has put our army in a big, long line as opposed to a queue this time, which works probably a lot better. Again, our Irish are just kind of out in the middle of nowhere on their own, which I don't know what to say about that, to be honest. But they're coming from this direction, and they're on top of a hill. Meanwhile, we have a bit of a hill, but they have the advantage. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to immediately start this and then just move my Irish right up to the very front of these trees. Okay, so it is just the 300 of them, apparently. I'm not sure what what the deal was with its prediction on us losing this battle. I mean, I better win it now. If I lose it now, then well, it just makes me sound like an absolute idiot, which is probably quite an accurate representation, but I prefer not to sound like an idiot. And that's actually quite a fucking intense thing to happen. Oh my word. Watch like 100, what was that, like 300 men just running at each other and completely clattering into one another. Right, okay, you guys attack those horses. This guy, get in amongst it as well. Go on. In the spirit of Captain Jack Sparrow, just fucking get in amongst them. They're all running away. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, okay, fine, just end it. A heroic victory. I don't know why I even predicted us losing that, to be honest. It was an absolute cakewalk. There was 300 of them, and we had over 2,000. At what point were we the least likely to win that? That's just stupid game. Apparently some of them are still alive. I'm expecting the other army to come across. Oh, they're coming back. It's giving us the same sort of prediction again. I'm not wanting to auto-resolve it in case it just uses that and just a random number generator and goes, oh god, they lost. So I need to win, fight this myself, despite the fact that they've only got 18 men left. Right, so we're back at it again. What I'm going to do is I'm literally going to take everybody I've got. Can't even get them all in one bloody go, right. For fuck's sake. This is very challenging. I should just use this bit. Right. Everybody up there. I'm going to put them in melee mode, and as soon as this battle starts, I'm just going to charge them. Go! Just fucking sprint at them. Go on. Oh, we've lost our general. Donald... Oh no, not Donald McDonald. He's already died once. How's he died again? This is his brother. His poor brother, his son. Donald McDonald II has died. Again. Oh. This is awful news. Could you imagine the wife or the mother or whatever? But that is just... To lose your husband and then your son in the space of a couple of years, both in battle, just awful situation. Absolutely awful situation. Hopefully Donald McDonald III can do much better, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Right, okay, we've killed them all again. Hopefully this time they're actually dead and don't come back for some reason. Right, okay, we've literally killed all of them. And they're finally dead. Good. Oh god, here comes another army. Why? Alright. So this time they've got, like, basically a random group of 90 men attacking us, followed by another 1,200 men later on for some reason. Right, we'll just do this again then, shall we? Don't know who our general is this time though. Maybe it is Donald McDonald III. Witnesses his dad die and now sets out for revenge. Was it the Swedes that Donald McDonald I died to? I think it was. So it's an ongoing family feud. It's just it's the Donald McDonalds versus Sweden. Every time it's just witness like like the son witnesses his dad die in battle to the Swedes, and then it's like motivates and just gives his life to killing the Swedish, well, all of Sweden effectively, getting revenge on the murderers of his father, his long lost Donald McDonald's father. Anyway, right, enough talk of Donald McDonald, we need to fight. So basically we're going to end up with 90 men just standing somewhere over here, and then a massive army regrouping. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my cavalry, and I'm just going to charge at the 90 men as soon as the fight starts, and then we'll deal with what comes after which. Right, they're there, go on. Attack them. We are charging at them. They're running away, or I don't know what they're doing. They're kind of still trying to get into some sort of weird formation. But that guy got, oh my god, they just got absolutely launched. Right. Oh god, they're coming. The reinforcements are coming. They didn't even give us a notification. Right. All you guys, if you could line up, would be quite nice. Where's our cannons? There they are. Right, our cannons are in position, and we'll just canister shot them, which has worked quite well. If you guys could shoot them. If you could shoot them. Oh dear. Right, if you guys could use your canister shots a bit more quickly than you're currently doing. Oh my god, this is going to end badly. I can already tell. Fire! Right, okay, they've just run straight past. Oh, okay, somehow they've managed to fire backwards. That's kind of impressive. I don't know what these guys are doing, but they're about to walk through a bunch of cannon fire, which is not a good idea. Don't... Just come over this way. Honestly. See, if one of you takes a cannonball to the head, I will not be impressed. Right. What's going on over here? We've got cannons going off, but... What the bloody hell happened to them? They just got sent a mile. An absolute mile. But they're now just running away, which is... Well, the horses are just off. The guy sitting on the front of these horses is just like, fuck this shit, I'm out. He's gone, look at him. They're off. They're just like, nah, I've had enough of this. Fuck the cannons, get rid of them, just leave them. Forget about the rest of my people, don't need them. And we're off, we're gone. These guys are running behind, like, please wait. What's this lad doing? That's not the way you hold your musket, mate. What are you doing? Right, end that battle. It was a relatively close victory, but we have succeeded in holding them off for now. They'll probably send even more troops at us, but we'll see if we can continue to hold them off. Right, okay, there's now a rebellion in southern Italy. Where are they? Down here. Not very nice. Okay, so Spain's rebelling. Well, it's not rebelling, but it's on strike. We've got a letter of demands, and we need to repair some stuff, because as it stands, they're probably not going to be too happy. Right, this is looking tempting, because there's not that much of an army. There's a lot of town guard, but in terms of actual army, there's not much inside Stockholm. There is a couple of armies beside it that would reinforce. So I think what I'll do is I shall attack and see what it looks like, if we're going to win it easily or not. If we're not, I might just retreat back into Uppsala and see if we can hold out there. Let's see what the... Okay, we're not going to win. Yeah, they've actually got more men than us in total. I'm not going to surrender, so I shall just move myself back into Uppsala and see if we can hold out for a while. Where's my fleet coming on over here? Have we got any more? We've got another ship, I think. I still don't think it's going to be enough to take on this thing yet, which is really annoying. Still got a couple more turns until we get this bad boy, the second-rate ship of the line, with its 153 firepower. So, yeah, it's probably going to be another couple of turns before we can take this on. And in the meantime, we're not making much money, because that is, as I said before, our main trading route. Yeah, because at the moment, trade-wise, not doing too well, because we're making 5,000 in trade, which is not bad, but it's still not very good. Given that, look at all the places that we're not trading with, because I'm pretty sure all of these places are from our trade port in Ireland, which is currently being blockaded, which is not nice. And this port, I've had this port since we took Norway at the very start of the game. It is a trading port, never traded. It's never traded anything in its entire existence, so I don't know what it's doing, why it's even there. We also have another one down here that isn't trading. Again, no idea why not. Just not bothered, can't be hooked, doesn't want to do anything. And the problem is, we've just like made even more enemies, which is not going to make the situation any better, because we've now got all these people who are all quite happy to just blockade all of our ports and everything else that goes along with our trade. Sweden hopefully shouldn't be too much of an issue much longer if we can take Stockholm. Greece and Spain, well, Spain have lost significant ground. Greece are tiny, but still it's taken some time before we can get to a point of being able to take them over. And then basically Italy. So, yeah, we've got a few enemies, but hopefully we should be able to take them out soon. And I think what I'm going to do is end the video here. We have taken Spain, which is a big achievement. We'll take Rome hopefully next turn, next video, in a couple of turns' time, once they lose a bit of their ability to defend. Because hopefully, I think by continuing the siege on them for as long, they may just surrender at some point, and they may... I don't know if it has an effect on their ability to attack back, if they're going to be depleted in any way, but we'll continue sieging and we'll see what happens. We shall also hopefully find out next week if we can take Sweden or not, which is hopefully a yes, but we'll find out that next week. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe as well if you're new and you want to watch more of this stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next week for some more conquest of Europe, and we might even move somewhere else. We might go to India or America shortly, so we'll see what happens with that. But until then, cheerio!